Hey Marvel Strike Forces, we're back and we're trying to do tier 14 of medical supply run. And for this, what we need is, wait for it, squad level 80 and gear tier 15 and 4 red stars, which is quite high. And if you don't have that, don't worry too much about it because you don't actually need that level. You can get through it with lesser players if you play it right, but it depends on what teams you have. And if you've got a strong enough team, you'll get through it regardless anyway. Let's see how far I get on this one. I've not completed it, therefore I have not got a team to be able to complete it. So the team I have so far, I've got these players to choose from, and they're not a synergized team at all. It's a mismodel. It's a mismodel. It's a mismatch. Yeah, it's a muddled up team, let's just say. But they're all good individually. They're all good players. They're all good characters. But this is actually really, really hard to get through. And if I just show you, I think you're probably used to me doing this, but Doc Ock is at 57, Minerva is at 73, and Ghost Rider is at 66,000, Symbiote's at 88,000, and Mr. Sinister is at 106. So I'm not entirely sure whether I should have another damage dealer rather than have Mr. Sinister on this, but he is my highest. He is the highest ranked player that I have, so I think he might be useful. I'm actually considering something else for the moment now. I might take Mr. Sinister off, and because it's not just about having your most powerful team. The more synergy your team has, the better. Choices. Okay, I'm going to give this one a try, and hopefully we can get through it. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Yeah, multiple man looks like he's going to be a good character. I'm really interested in what he's going to be like. I think he's going to be one of them characters that works on more than one team, so that'll be something to look forward to if it happens. Or single Hela. Protect the civilians and defeat the enemies to win. Okay, so the civilians, obviously these guys here are the civilians, so we've got to protect the civilians. Oh, I wish we had a taunter. That would have been useful, wouldn't it? Right. That helps. So Doc Ock's got some good abilities. He can protect everybody, even the civilians. How good of him. Ideally, I want to get rid of... really want to get rid of Hela, and I want to get rid of... I really want to get rid of Loki as well. But the worrying thing is we have a Drax, and we'll have another Drax. We have a Psylocke, and we have Loki that's going to stealth, and we have Invisible Woman who's going to barrier. So all in all, when you say level 80, it kind of makes sense, because what you're up against are probably level 80, approximately here and there. See, all those buffs that we put on them, they just cleared it. It's kind of a little bit impolite. I wish we had something like I wish we had Emma Frost. That would be the rapper's delight, wouldn't it, to have Emma Frost on the team. Just clear all these red marks off your head. Okay. So I've not actually managed to even take one of their opponents down, and somehow they've got more than one opponent. That is actually because Hella's got Greg on the team. Good to have you on board, Greg. Always a pleasure. Now, my operators haven't been damaged, but what has been damaged is my pride and my... No, what has been damaged is I've lost anti-venom. But that's why this is really difficult now to get through. And technically, all I have to do is get through this by keeping these guys alive, which doesn't seem like an impossible feat, does it? I say that. You should see the expression on my face. Like grimace. Right, okay, finally. Yep, so I'm doing this is like one of the Dark Dimensions kind of thing, where you literally against a whole army of characters, and they've all got health bars the size of a bridge going from one island to another, and it's all a little bit disheartening. The great thing is they've really kind of, unless one of these lot is going to clear something, but there's a lot of bleeds on them, so I don't know how much that's going to actually help me out, because my Spider-Man symbiote is gone and Minerva is there, and that's what we got Minerva for. And if we can actually just manage to just hold on just for a little bit, just a tiny little bit, it'll kind of make sense why this team is actually not as bad as it appears to be, even though they've got no synergy. And the reason is because, oh my god. So one of the operators gone, and I think Anti-Venom's gone. Good thing about Anti-Venom is Anti-Venom brings back Symbiote Spider-Man. And if only I had Minerva still, that would be just fantastic, because that way I could eventually heal the whole team. So that would have been a little bit of a plus on that side. However, you deal with the cards that you get, and sometimes it's just luck of the draw. Like, you might go through it again and you get a different result. But the team has sustained, and the team is actually, it holds on for what it's worth, and it's not really in comparison to what the requirements are, the team is not really there. But you can see that we are doing something. It's not as though we're not getting somewhere. So this is what the game is about, really, isn't it? It's about fighting the battle. So that was a loss. We didn't kill many of the people. I didn't really manage to show you the entire array of enemies that you'd have to face, so I'm a little bit disappointed in that. What I can do is go through the easier node if you think that might be helpful, and then you can see the enemies it's just a similar kind of thing, but it's a slightly bit easier. Same format, so you'll get similar kind of enemies, virtually identical, it's just a lot harder, so they're not as tough. Here we go. Well, there's not a Hella on there anyway, so that's a huge difference, and it's not a thingy one either. It's not a protect the civilian kind of thing. So on this one, you've got a few dangerous characters, and one of the ones that you really have to look out for is Scarlet Witch, because she heals, she spreads negative energy. And you have to look out for the Thing, because he can literally knock you out the park. And what you also have to look out for is Strife, and that's why I'm taking them out first, because it just helps me to kind of focus on what I want to do afterwards, which is take out the operators, which are these two guys, Heimdalls here. So we're going to do our best to get rid of these as quickly as possible. Stage 1 complete. Heimdall's already clocking me out. 1 down, 4 to go. 2 down, 4 to go. So if I had Mr. Sinister on this, I could just clone Strife and then take his taunt away, but I don't have this ability, and yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and just use as many of the abilities as possible. We're going to, because all we have to do is we have to pace it a little bit, because you do run out of time. Oh, his ability blocked me there. That's what Ronan does. Did you see that? See how much energy it just took off me? And I didn't even see him there. Really didn't. So there's there's a few people that are going to give you a lot of trouble, and mainly Strife is going to give you a lot of trouble. But once you've got rid of Strife, and once you've got rid of Scarlet Witch, because Scarlet Witch actually gives you defense up as well as heal, gives you heals, and it's a double trouble kind of thing. Definitely don't need that in your life. Life is hard enough, as you know. So almost got it. Almost got him, right? Almost got him. And to be honest, I did think that once we've got rid of, they kind of come down a little bit late, right? I mean, I was expecting I was expecting all these guys to come down all at the straight as soon as I managed to get rid of some of the other players, but no, they took their time. It had me a little bit confused for a second there. Hey, right. So last time I was focusing on so much on getting rid of the weak players that I actually completely forgot about the Heimdalls. And that's a big mistake. If you can attack them, just go for them, because once this guy's out of the picture, literally it's done and dusted. So all we need is maybe one big ability and it should be game over, and it should be a nice 3-star. I hope it will be anyway. The only way we're not going to get it is if we get some rubbish bloody timeout. And come on, you can do it. Attaboy, got faith in you. Oh, look at you. Don't take him out. Don't take him. Oh, see there. Sorry, beg your pardon. I got a little bit excited there. You get carried away, don't you? It's like commentary. There. So it's as simple as that. And that team is not actually. It's not actually set up to even beat that node. That node, the requirements for that node are level 76. So, and get tier 14 and 4 red stars. So none of those characters apart from Symbiote Spider-Man fit that category, and he's not even get tier 14 yet. So it's a weaker team, so they can get through it. Right, I'm going to thank you very much for your time, and I'm going to say God bless, peace out, catch you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.